Welcome to this note. Okay, so if you've been paying any attention to the internet over the last decade or so, you've probably noticed a pretty clear pattern. It really seemed like the digital economy only rewarded one specific type of person, right? The influencer. You know the type. The one constantly hustling, posting on literally every single platform, trading all their privacy for a bit of attention, and ultimately just facing massive, inevitable burnout. But there is actually a quiet revolution happening right now. It's the rise of the invisible entrepreneur. This is someone who completely relies on systems, keeps a super low profile, leverages AI, and runs a highly profitable business without ever needing to become internet famous. So in this global masterclass, consider me your friendly mentor and guide. We're going to completely demystify the exact mechanics of building a highly automated $10,000 a month AI-powered business. Treat this as a premium mentorship session, really designed to give you a future-ready learning experience. We aren't just going to be talking about high-level theory here. We are talking about actual, actionable systems that you can start building today to seriously thrive in the modern digital economy. Here is our architectural blueprint for today's session. First, the invisible business revolution. Second, anatomy of invisible businesses. Third, the $10,000 monthly blueprint. Fourth, building the automation engine. And finally, the autonomous AI future. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the invisible business revolution. The greatest businesses are not always the loudest. I absolutely love this quote because it really anchors our entire masterclass. For way too long, we've just totally confused popularity with profitability. But the honest truth, many of the world's most profitable companies operate completely quietly in the background. They are powered by rock-solid systems, not outsized personalities. The core philosophy here is that you can actually monetize valuable solutions instead of constantly having to monetize your own attention and privacy. So what exactly is an invisible business? Well, it operates seamlessly in the background. It generates revenue through automated systems, AI, and digital assets. It relies entirely on brand trust rather than the founder's personal fame, meaning the founder, which is you, gets to act as an architect of systems rather than just a burned-out operator on a hamster wheel. You aren't hiding from your customers, but you are building a brand that can stand completely on its own 2 feet. Historically, if you wanted to grow a business, you simply had to hire more people. But not anymore. This new equation perfectly illustrates the math of modern leverage. You take one single founder, you add intelligent AI, layer in automation, and create digital assets. The result? A highly scalable business. You are essentially replacing human hours with intelligent systems and employees with nonstop automation. It's a total game changer. Moving right along to Section 2, Anatomy of Invisible Businesses. Every really successful invisible business shares a few very specific characteristics. First, they're brand-centered, meaning the customer trusts the logo itself, not a person's face. They prioritize automation-first operations to just completely eliminate manual data entry and routine tasks. They rely heavily on digital products, think like a specialized software tool or premium templates, things that can be sold infinitely with zero manufacturing costs. And, absolutely most importantly, they focus on recurring revenue. By prioritizing these exact characteristics, you ensure your business stays highly profitable with super low overhead and a genuinely global reach. Now, this is the invisible business flywheel, and I want you to notice exactly where it starts. Actually, it's not with AI. Nope. It starts with solving a frequent, painful, and costly customer problem first. You solve that problem, you build an excellent product around it, and only then do you automate operations and deploy AI to scale efficiently. AI is an amplifier, right? If you don't have a real burning customer problem to solve in the first place, all the AI in the world isn't going to save you.
Let's get into the numbers. Section 3, the 10K monthly blueprint.
$10,000 a month. It sounds like this massive mountain to climb when you first say it out loud, right? But let's reverse engineer that math for a second. $10,000 a month is really just about $329 a day. Or, if you want to look at it differently, about $13.70 an hour, averaged out across every single hour of the month. When you break it down into these daily targets, the goal suddenly becomes incredibly accessible, especially when your digital assets are out there working for you 24/7. So let's look at exactly how to hit that target. And as you'll see, you really do not need a massive audience to thrive here. Look at option A. If you build a SaaS tool, or maybe a premium membership community, you literally only need 200 customers paying $50 a month. Option B, just 100 customers paying $100 a month. Or, if you're leaning towards B2B AI automation services, option C shows you only need 20 enterprise clients paying $500 a month.
Securing just 1 to 200 loyal customers on a recurring subscription can completely replace a six-figure corporate salary.
Okay, let's talk tech. Section 4, Building the Automation Engine.
To make sure your business isn't entirely dependent on you sitting at a desk manually clicking buttons all day, you absolutely need a mapped-out AI workflow. Imagine a customer makes a request. Maybe they sign up for your service or ask a quick support question. Instead of you having to wake up in the middle of the night to handle it, the AI jumps in, processes the intent, checks against your predefined business rules, executes the delivery perfectly, and logs the analytics. The whole customer interaction is seamlessly handled from start to finish without any human bottlenecks whatsoever.
This totally redefines the old concept of hiring. Instead of bringing on a super expensive human team right out of the gate, you deploy specialized AI agents. You literally treat them as your digital employees. So you can have a marketing agent writing all your SEO content, a sales agent out there qualifying leads, a support agent handling new user onboarding, and a finance agent perfectly categorizing your expenses. You get to be the CEO, and these AI agents, they are your highly specialized, tireless departments.
When you start distributing the workload like this, say 35% of tasks to AI customer support, another 35% to AI marketing and sales, and the remaining 30% to AI finance and operations, you completely free yourself from all that repetitive cognitive labor. When your AI is handling the boring routine data entry, ticket routing, and invoice generation, you are finally free to focus purely on high-level strategy and innovation, which is exactly where a founder should be.
Finally, let's look ahead. Section 5, The Autonomous AI Future. As your invisible business starts to mature, your role actually has to change. We call this the founder's evolution. You start out as the builder, just getting that minimum viable product off the ground. Then you transition to the operator and eventually the manager. But listen, your ultimate objective isn't just to become unnecessary. It's to strategically evolve into a system designer and finally, a strategic leader. You stop doing the day-to-day tasks yourself and start orchestrating the agents and workflows that do those tasks for you.
But you really have to pace yourself here. Following a strict timeline ensures you actually build a durable asset. Months 1 to 3, those are purely about validating the problem and building your minimum viable product. Seriously, do not try to scale yet. Months 4 to 6 are for deploying your AI agents and automating the workflows you've just proven out. And only then, in months 6 to 12, do you focus on scaling into a broader ecosystem. Most businesses fail simply because they try to scale way before achieving product market fit. Following this timeline leads you safely toward a resilient, long-term empire.
Look, the digital economy is absolutely ready and waiting to reward those who build intelligent, scalable systems rather than just endlessly chasing viral fame. You've got the blueprint now. You understand the math behind the leverage equation, so I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. What meaningful problem are you going to solve first, and what invisible empire will you start architecting today? Thanks so much for joining me in this note, and I'll catch you in the next one.